Hello and welcome back. We are going to be discussing 26.724, so please turn to page 246 of your code book. Now, receptacles for dwelling units, and you all know what a dwelling unit is because I sent you to the definitions in section 0. You all know what that is. Shall meet the following requirements. So, except as otherwise provided for in the code, in dwelling units, duplex receptacles shall be installed in the finished walls of every room or area other than bathrooms, hallways, laundry rooms, water closet rooms, utility rooms, or closets, so that no point along the floor line of any usable wall space is more than 1.8 meters horizontally from a receptacle in that or an adjacent space, and such distance shall be measured along the floor line of any wall space involved. So what that means is, if you're in a dwelling unit and you happen to be standing, let's say right here, I must have a duplex receptacle somewhere within 1.8 meters of where I'm standing. The reason for that is, if you look at cord-connected equipment such as luminaires, what is the length of the cord that's attached to it? Usually somewhere around 6 feet. So that means it's meant to eliminate the use of power bars or extension cords. Subrule B. At least one duplex receptacle shall be provided in each area, such as balconies or porches, that is not classified as a finished room or area in accordance with item A. So you must have a duplex receptacle in a balcony or porch. The usable wall space referred to in item A shall include wall space 900 millimeters or more in width, but shall not include doorways, areas occupied by a door when fully opened, windows that extend to the floor, fireplaces, or other permanent installations that would limit the use of the wall. So for example, you enter into a bedroom, the door swings to the left, and the door takes up, let's say, 30 inches or 36 inches. That room behind the door does not count. It starts from the edge of the door forward. So that distance is not considered usable behind the door. In dwelling units, this is where people struggle and have some challenges because dwelling units will take up a lot of circuits here. So in dwelling units, there shall be installed in each kitchen one receptacle for each refrigerator. So if you happen to have 2 refrigerators, you need 2 receptacles. Item 2. Where a gas supply piping or gas connected outlet has been provided for a freestanding gas range, one receptacle behind the intended gas range located not more than 130 millimeters from the floor and is near midpoint and is practicable, measured along the floor line of the wall. So the intent is not more than 130 millimeters from the floor. It's because you want your receptacle within that lower cavity of the receptacle where it's nice and open, not above. Subrule 3. A sufficient number of 5-15 split or 20 amp Ts along the wall at counter surfaces, excluding the sink, built-in equipment, and isolated work surfaces less than 300 millimeters along the wall line, so that no point along the wall line is more than 900 millimeters from a receptacle measured horizontally along the line. So this is your kitchen counter receptacles. So wherever you happen to be standing in front of your kitchen counter, you have to have a receptacle within 900 millimeters, or a receptacle at least 1.8 meters, but you have to be within 900. Reason being, take a look at the short cords that are attached to coffee pots and the like. That's why you have to have so many receptacles in a kitchen. This one here, at least one receptacle of the 3-wire split or 20 amp T installed at each permanently fixed island counter space with a continuous long dimension of 900 millimeters or greater and a short diameter of 300 millimeters or greater. So this is referring to your kitchen island. If it measures at least 300 by 600 millimeters, you must install a receptacle on that island. Notice it says at least one. So a question for you is, what happens if you have 300 millimeters and 300 by 600 millimeters? You have a kitchen sink right here, and you have another work surface over here that measures 600 by 300 millimeters. How many receptacles are you now required on this island? Two. So be very careful with this rule. The kitchen, the island. A sufficient number of duplex receptacles installed on the remaining finished walls in accordance with sub-rule A. So you can read that. Let me scroll up to E. Okay. The receptacles specified in item D, so above, shall not be located on the area of the wall directly behind the kitchen sink. You do not want receptacles behind the sink because of water problems. On the area of the counter directly in front of the kitchen sink. You definitely don't want to have a receptacle in front of the kitchen sink. Once again, water problems. Subrule F. No point in a hallway within a dwelling unit shall be more than 4.5 meters from a duplex receptacle as measured by the shortest path. So once again, if you've got a hallway leading from, let's say, the family room to the bedrooms, you have to have a receptacle at least every 4.5 meters. And that's intended as, for example, with a vacuum or a night light. Next rule, 26.726, receptacles for single dwelling. See Appendix B. Receptacles for single dwelling units only shall meet the following requirements. So for each single dwelling, at least one duplex receptacle shall be installed outdoors so as to be readily accessible from ground or grade level for the use of appliances that need to be outdoors. So we have to have at least one duplex receptacle. Change to item B. At least one duplex receptacle readily accessible from floor or grade level shall be provided for each car space in a garage or carport of a single dwelling unit. So what that means is, for each carport or garage space, you must have a receptacle. And it has to be readily accessible from grade level. It cannot be that receptacle that's mounted up in the ceiling for the garage door opener. So it has to be somewhere located on the side. That was a change. Subrule C. One receptacle shall be provided in a garage for each cord-connected overhead garage door opener. And of course, it must be located within 1 meter of the overhead door opener. Why within 1 meter? Because that's the length of the cord that comes with the garage door opener. So that concludes 726. Receptacles. Believe me, receptacles can be quite challenging. If you read this, it'll help you out considerably. So thanks for watching.